Am I wearing another Wakanda shirt from Black Panther, the greatest movie of 2018? Yes, I am. And I will continue to wear Black Panther shirts until I do my laundry. So today I'll be doing my review of Todrick Hall's Forbbidden album. Now, I'm saying this just for the record. This album was amazing. Like, I can't even sit here and say this album was bad. Like, did I have a problem? With one song, I had a problem. Just one song. And I didn't really realize until I saw it through another person's perspective, but I will get to that in the middle of the video. But overall, my first impressions, I found this extremely great. Todrick has done it again. Another flawless album. Well, not flawless. I had one flaw, but like if you were to take out that one song, I think it would have been flawless. I just feel like, I don't know. I don't know how I would with the one song, Thug, I had a problem with it. And it wasn't until I looked at it through a gay black man's point of view and knowing Todd's history, I'm not thinking of Todd from Shadowhunters, Jesus. But looking at it through a gay black man's point of view and Todrick's history with, dating and whatnot, and like his previous album with See Colors, and now we have this. I know, I wasn't really feeling, at first, I got my life to this. But once I thought through somebody else's point of view, I kind of think, okay, maybe this is kind of, questionable. So we're going to go through this song by song, talk about what I liked about the song, what I didn't like about the song, and what I would rate the song in total. Now, the entire visual album was an hour and 30 minutes, an hour and 45 minutes, I think. I think either it was an hour. I'm gonna look it up real fast. Yeah, the whole video was like an hour and 31 minutes. And he did this in 7 weeks. He did a whole visual album in 7 weeks. Has artists done this before in a shorter amount of time than Todrick? Yes. But he isn't really he isn't really with a certain music label. He's sort of independent. He doesn't really have a recording studio of his own to call, like nothing like that. So that's why I'm really impressed that he did this in 7 weeks. The whole concept of Forbbidden is that the standard of society in the town of Nakarima is black and gay. And that already right there says this is going to be a very sort of politically motivated video. And it kind of was. It called out a lot of hypocrisy. It called out racism, homophobia, I think I said police brutality, but police brutality, how society responds to police brutality. So I think as a whole, I give the entire video like 5 out of 5. 10 out of 10. With the whole video, I'm getting it a 10 out of 10. I think this is better than Straight Outta Oz. And I watched that whole thing with Straight Outta Oz. Straight Outta Oz is amazing as well. But comparing Straight Outta Oz and Forbbidden is the better one. Is obviously better. I loved it. I absolutely loved Forbbidden. It was great. I have the whole album on my phone. You can buy it on Apple and iTunes, Apple Music, which I pay for. If you're a student, you can get a student discount on Apple Music, so that's a cute little note. If you're like a college student, and you put in your school email, you can get like a discount on Apple Music, so that's fun for you guys. I think it's on like Spotify and it's on YouTube. It could be on a couple other sites, I just don't know. Anyway, and it sort of follows the story. Forbbidden follows the story of the main character, Todrick, who is the main character. And I forget his name in the video. I forget his character's name in the video. I cannot think of his name for the life of me. Um, for I'm looking it up real quick. And I just don't I can't find it. Either way though, it's about this character who Todrick Hall plays, and he is basically going on this journey of identity. It talked about his identity, him questioning his sexuality, questioning the role he was given to play. There's so many societal standards in the town of Nakarima. So I loved that at the beginning. It's oh my god. When I first watched it, I was so shocked by how bold this was. How extremely bold this was. I was shook by it. I was like, okay, Todrick. Because this is not something I expected from Todrick. I'm not even gonna lie, I never expected anything like this from Todrick Hall. I never did. But it happened. It happened, girl. It happened. So we're gonna jump right into the first song is Trust No B. And oh my gosh. Trust No B, it is basically it's like an interlude to the entire album. It's an interlude to the entire video, to the entire it's an interlude to the entire video and the story Todrick is going to tell. Like the first, I cannot play any of the music because I don't want, Todrick to come for me, and I don't want to be copyrighted. I don't want to do that, so I'm just gonna read the lyrics. Well, I used to play the nice guy, cute suit, nice tie, welcome to the neighborhood. Here's a slice of nice pie. Fool me once, you won't fool me twice. I learned the hard way. Those who don't learn to play the game of life die. That was this is the first lyric that like I was immediately drawn. I was like, oh, okay, let me buckle in my seatbelt. I was shook by this because it's he's sort of singing it's like a nice like soothing sort of tone, and then he just immediately like pounces on you like some type of cat, and I got my life with it. So if we're bringing this in the concept of the music video of the visual album, um it's mostly him like introducing, you know, who the character who it's sort of like an intro of like any movie, like who's directing it, the producer, the choreographer, all that nice jazz. And it shows this sort of modern, this sort of old 1960s sort of, outfit and clothing. And I love like the era we're in. We are extremely like we have like the old fashioned dresses and the older kind of hairstyles in the diner. There's not much modernizing. There's not a lot of modern technology in it. So I'm thinking we're in like the 19 this is before cell phones, man, like 1960s, 1950s. I think 1950s. I think that's the year we're in. Like, I think we're in 1960. Pretty sure we're in like the 1960s. Um, yeah, I think we're in 1960s. Yeah, I think we're in the 19 yeah. I think we're in the 1960s. And they live in this cute little town called Nakarima. And with Nakarima, I'm looking at like the video on my phone, and I'm seeing like the American flag is backwards. Gay is normal. Homosexuality is a sin. You know how like Christian people say it's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. In this case, they're saying it's Adam and Steve, not Adam and Eve. Um, yeah, women live with women, men live with men. Um, Even like when we get to Wanted and Heaven, when in the song Wanted where he is arrested, we see a majority of the prisoners are white. Because in our reality, the majority of people incarcerated are African American or Latino. Um, the mayor's African American. Everyone, all the black people live in these nice houses. Um, when Todrick in the film makes a lot of money in the song, what's the name of the song? In the song, let me find it. In the song, Ka-ching, all the people who come to him asking him for money are white people. So this calls out a lot of stuff. And even though in the lyrics of Trust No B, we don't really get all of this information that I just said, but it's sort of introduced like, oh, we're in this cute little town, and if you don't play by the rules of the game, you're gonna die, because at the end he does get hung for being heterosexual. So I love the lyrics. I don't know if he wrote all of his songs. I'm positive he did. But like if he had like someone help him, whoever helped him with the lyrics are geniuses. Even though he pretty much writes the majority of his songs, if he had any help, I absolutely want it. I absolutely loved it. I give this an A plus. So with Trust and LB, I give it a 5 out of 5. Moving on to Wanted, in this scene, he is being dragged out of his nice mansion. The police have raided his home. They have arrested him. And at this point, we don't know why he's being arrested. At this point, we just see the black police officers storm into his house. Everyone standing outside with picket signs and screaming and yelling, saying, "Get him, get him." And he's just being dragged out of his house and he's being arrested. He's wearing this nice sort of 1960s sort of suit, and he's being taken away to prison. He's being processed. He's being locked up in jail. And we don't know at this point why he's being arrested. Or maybe they do say why he's being arrested right out the gate. I think there's, I think, yeah, they don't really. I have it pulled up. Hold on, let me turn this down. Turn it down. Let me turn it down. Don't copyright me. Nolan Renner. Nolan. That's the character's name. That's Todrick's character's name. Nolan. And they don't say at the beginning why he's being arrested. And we have to watch the rest of the rest of the video, the music, the movie to figure out why. And I love stories that tell. I love books and movies that start at the end and we have to, make our way to figure out how we got to the end. So I absolutely love that. I do. I and with Wanted was a bop. Like if you want to like be pooching around somewhere, I know I'm stealing lines from Zachary. Zachary, if you're watching this, I love you, Zachary. Love him. If you want to be just like pooching around somewhere, looking fabulous, and you want to be fierce, you listen to Wanted, because it will make you feel like you are that girl. And I loved Wanted. Wanted was so good. Wanted was absolutely fan freaking tastic. I loved this song. I think this is one of the best songs on the whole album. I'm being realistic. And I'm gonna read like the first stanza. Now, just so we're clear, the one you waited for is right here. I hope you're ready for it, my dear. Don't speak the truth too loudly, might hear, 'cause you got one shot. I hope your aim is steady, 'cause you got the whole world watching, ready or not. Your heart be heavy-handed, won't stop. So from that stanza alone, it's sort of like a warning to whoever's trying to come at him, saying, you better shoot correctly, you better aim right, you have one shot at this. If y'all mess up, I'm gone and you will never catch me. I loved the whole attitude of this entire song. I loved it. I love the beat is sickening. Like, I loved everything. I love how throughout this entire through this scene we're watching him being arrested. Like, there's even like the people outside of his house. There's like a white people section, the black people section. They're all shouting, "Get him! Get him! Get him! Arrest him!" And like I oh my gosh. He was looking good. Everyone looked good. I did not see one person that did not look good in out this entire video about this throughout this entire video. And we have to definitely be in the 1960s because we have this small TV and it's in black and white and we have these old cameras. It has to be like 1960s, 1950s. Has to be 1950s, 1960s. Only thing that makes sense. And I love the choreo. The choreo was amazing. The choreo was absolutely fantastic. And throughout this entire time he's being arrested, he has this sort of smirk, sort of, yeah, okay, yeah, y'all arrested me, like, congratulations, boo boo, y'all arrested me, but like, it's sort of that cockiness and sort of like this blank, sort of bitch face. I'm not really here for it. It's kind of like disconnected from what's actually happening. Even though like the police are sort of like kind of roughing him up a little bit and everyone's sort of like I don't know how else to describe it. I have so many emotions right now. And like even the entire police force is black in this entire film. The police force is black. And it's so different from what we have in modern day society. I absolutely love it. And I love how like there's a picture of his wanted poster and it's being burned to a crisp, like wanted. And now they got him. So I'm probably doing a horrible job explaining this. But this was this is an automatically 5 out of 5. Automatically 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5 immediately. No question. This isn't a question. Moving on to the next song. It is called Change My Mind. This song was also the whole like mood of the songs changed at the drop of a hat, at the drop of a time. Like 1 minute we can be very amped up and like the beat be hyped as heck and we're like bouncing around everywhere. And the next second we're sort of like we're kind of chilling. It's very low energy. Like I love the contradiction. Not contradiction, but I love like the change of pace in throughout this entire album. I love it. Now goes true for Changed My Mind. With Changed My Mind, the first verse is, I'm sick of biting my tongue, I'm sick of hiding in eggshells, hurting like hell underneath my feet. Sometimes I just want to run. I'm sick of trying to live life on the edge of a broken scene. But it's time for the glass to crack because I love imperfection. Even facts should be questioned. This is when he is sitting in prison and the whole scene is him sort of sitting in this cell and he's just thinking and thinking over what could have I think he's sort of thinking like what could have been done differently. He's sort of thinking of what society is thinking of me, sort of reflecting on everything that has happened. And that is in this moment we get to jump right into when he was a little boy. Not even a little boy, it's like an infant with the next song, Lullaby, but I'm going to get to that shortly. And like this whole time he's sitting in this cell, he's like giving the middle finger, he's saying F you guys, and there's like a camera in the prison cell that he is in. And one of my favorite lines in this entire song is, you can try and clip my wings, but I'll fly on the ground. Gravity won't hold me down. I love that verse so much. That's like the second verse. I absolutely love. I love it. Because no matter what you do, I'm still gonna be okay. I'm still gonna be me. well, no matter what you do, I'm still going to be me. And I feel like a lot of people can resonate with that, like, feeling of no matter what happens, I'm still going to be original. I'm still going to be myself. So you can still clip my wings, but I will continually to be amazing. And even if it means I have to fly on the ground for a minute. I love to change my mind. This is an obvious bop, 5 out of 5. Automatically. And then we get into the next song, and it's sort of him going, and even like in the visuals, he's sort of going stir crazy in this sort of in this cell. And I think he portrayed it perfectly. He's sort of like banging on walls, and like the camera's flipping over to show that like he's sort of losing his mind. And I love I love that. And I love how like he gives a middle finger to the camera and everything. And as we get to the end of the song, the beat changes once again to like a very softer tone, an extremely soft tone, and the beat slows down. And then he sort of explains that I remember being different ever since I was born. And he can remember his biological mother. He's basically saying, I remember my biological mother telling me at birth that I was different, because a lot of parents of gay children kind of know at a certain age, like, yeah, there's a chance my kid might be gay, and I don't want him to be bullied for being gay. But like, and it kind of brought me back to like this episode of Empire on by directed by Lee Daniels, and Jamal goes into like the prison to see his mom, and she tells him straight up, "You're different, sweetie, and you're gonna be bullied for being different." And by different, she means gay. You're gonna be bullied for being gay. And I think in this moment, Brandy, who plays Todrick's mother, is saying, "You're going to be treated differently because you are straight, but I want you to know that you are so special, and I will always love you. And let me give you this lullaby." And this song is so beautiful. This song is so beautiful. People were saying that like the lyrics were kind of corny. I did not think so at all. I think it is like, this is what a mother would say to her kid, to just say like, I know you're different. It is okay that you are different. I will always love you. I'm your mom, and I just want the best for you. And I really hope that like nothing bad will happen to you. And toward the end of the song, another woman comes into like this sort of gives me kind of handsmaid sort of tease. And like all the women have the kids, and then the kids are taken away and like given to other people. I definitely would compare this scene to like The Handmaid's Tale. And then this woman comes in and like takes the baby from her arms. She's saying, "No, don't take my pride and joy. No, don't take my baby boy, because he's the only thing that ever mattered to me. Please, don't you know who he is? Please, I'd give my life for him, for the world to see who he's destined to be." So it's sort of like that mother, like, please, you don't understand him. Who's gonna teach him how to be himself? I'm his mother. Don't take my kid away from me. And she acted beautifully. Her acting was so beautiful. She almost brought me to tears. She was like, don't take my kid. She's sort of like reaching for my kid and trying to like chase this woman who has her kid, but all the other women who had like these white veiled dresses on are holding her back and saying, this is like your duty, this is what you're supposed to do. This gives me, I'm going to repeat myself, this gave me all types of Handmaid's Tale. And I thought it was stunning. I thought Lullaby was absolutely stunning. I think it was absolutely stunning. This one automatically. And Brandy was looking beautiful. Brandy was serving vocals. I loved it. And I loved how like all the women were like in a row, just sitting down and like holding the kid and just waiting for the other woman to come and take the kid and go. It's sort of, yeah, Handmaid's Tale. Like, I have not watched The Handmaid's Tale, but from what I have seen and like sneak peeks and when I've heard my friends talk about it, this definitely gave me handmade sort of feelings. So this one is also so In rating this, five out of five automatically. And Nolan, the little baby, is given to the mayor who is gay and his husband, and they raise him. And then we go back to Todrick saying that like he's sort of explaining the national anthem of Nakarima, the Nakarima national anthem. Oh, and also I'm kind of looking at like watching the video as I'm like explaining to you guys, and like even like the headdress that like Brandy is wearing along with all the other women, it gives me sort of a little bit of Angela Bassett and Wakanda from Black Panther. Just saying, just saying. And if you look at the national flag, if you watch the video before you watch, if you watch the visual album, the visual, what's the word? The visual album for Forbbidden, and you watch my video or anybody else reacting to it, you can see that the national flag of Nakarima is reversed. So I thought that was extremely, because the stripes are blue, the stars are in red, like like with our national flag, it's like all the stars are in the blue section, and then we have the red stripes. They have red stripes, and like the little square is red with stars. So I thought it was extremely interesting how he took so many things of what's happening today in our America and just flipping it on its head. Even in Ordinary Day, which I'll get to in a minute, because I think Ordinary Day was the most politically charged song in to me. I think Ordinary Day is the most politically charged song in the entire album. In that street where Ordinary Day happens, it has Trayvon's name spelled backwards to Novandra. I think Novanra. I don't know. It's basically Trayvon Martin's name spelled backwards. That's the name of the street. So I found that extremely, extremely creative. So that's why, and just for that reason alone, and what happens, that is the most politically charged song on the album. Most politically charged. Oh my god, that song's so politically charged. But we're talking about All American, the national anthem, and this is sung by Tamar Braxton. You know, I don't want to be shady. I don't. I think that Tamar, with this song, it was nothing I wanted to go tell my sister about or my mom about. This song was cute. Tamar was looking cute in this wig. In this wig, Tamar was looking good. But I was not the biggest fan of this song. I'm just being honest. I could have done without it. If this song was not on the album or if somebody else sang it, I feel like, I don't know, I just didn't like it. I was not the biggest fan for National Anthem, and I'll pull up the lyrics to read to you guys. I'll pull up the lyrics for this song. Give me 1 second. Because, the iPhone is just a great device. So just basically one verse. Oh dear Nakarima, our praise we sing to thee. Your stripes so blue, your light shines through. And to find us in history, oh waves that sail our ships on sea, oh stars that light the skies with ease, oh flag that stands for liberty, ring away for the home of the brave and the free. This song was kind of cute. This song was a cute little 50-second song. Was it 50? Yeah, it was like a minute. It was a cute minute song, nothing I needed to run home to mama about. I give it like a 3 out of 5. Maybe if the song was a little like, longer, or Tamar was not singing it. But not even with Tamar singing was the thing that bothered me. I just feel like this song was just not for Tamar. It just wasn't. I would have liked somebody else to sing this. I would have liked it. If somebody else was singing this song, I probably, that was in their vocal range, I feel like I would have liked it a little more. But Tamar sang it, and who am I? I'm not Todrick. He picked her for a reason. So I give it like 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5. Sorry. The next song is All American. Now, this song right here was giving me all types of black gospel choir teas. This was giving me all types of gospel teas. This song, black church gospel teas. This song came for religion. This song was also politically charged a little bit. So I'm gonna read you the first verse, and I'm gonna read you the chorus because the chorus is important. Um, Mold me, shape me to be whatever you want, and truly, wherever you want me to be, I'll go. Marching hand in hand, it's all just like you planned it to, in your 3 commandments, and all we know. One, and this is the chorus. That was the verse that all the men were singing in the video. The second, the chorus is one, love thy neighbor, spread his word when you can. Two, turn your back on things that you don't understand. Three, when you're older, take someone by the hand and find yourself a man who's all American. That's all American. I this verse and this course was politically charged. I think it was just more or less like it's coming for almost like religion, because Christians and other religious groups have that stereotype of, if it doesn't fit the mold of the commandments, then it doesn't make any sense, or it's wrong. So and this is when the 3 commandments come in. Love thy neighbor, spread his word when you can. You're supposed to love your neighbor and spread the Lord's good word when you can. Two, turn your back on things you don't understand. Like, for example, if you don't understand, like, and I'm taking it in the context of the 3 commandments. If you don't understand climate change, turn your back on it. It's not real. If you don't understand how, in the context of the video, how heterosexuality works, it doesn't make sense. You don't understand it. Turn your back on it. So this right here is kind of dragging religion a little bit. And this is the second time where I was like brought aback, like, okay, Todrick, okay, yeah, trying to be someone's Cardi B. Let me not. This is not about Cardi B. And also, what's happening in the video, we have this little Noland, and instead of playing with like trucks, both his dads take away the trucks, and they replace it with like a doll. So it's automatically changing. This whole entire video changed the normality of gender roles, and I loved that. I loved how it was also calling out gender roles. I found it to be great. So I'd give this song. I would definitely give this song. And I love how everyone is in this black church, and everyone is I loved how we're in the church and we're singing all of this, and all like the black people in the church, and they're just grooving along. I loved that. I did. And I love how they replace all of the very masculine toys with very feminine toys, like a doll and a little pink truck. They had, like, instead of a blue truck, it was a pink truck. Instead of like a football, they gave him a guitar. I love how it changed in the town of Nakarima. It questioned the gender roles of society and what is masculine and what is feminine. So I definitely I loved it. This I especially loved. Now in this in so definitely give All American I'm gonna have to give it a 4 out of 5. I can't give it a 5 out of 5. Maybe okay, 4.5 out of 5. It's not one of my favorites, but like it's in the top 10. Like 30 songs. Some of them are really short, so this is one of the longer songs that I like. Now, What's Going On is cute. The next song, What's Going On, is extremely cute. It's with Tiffany Haddish and the other woman. I don't know what her name is. And I cannot remember it for the life of me. They're in this kitchen and they play like the nosy neighbors. They play like the peeping, nosy neighbors that like peek through the windows and try to figure out what the other neighbor is doing and just spreading gossip. And they're like baking and they're throwing flour at each. Not in this specific one, but they have several other appearances. These two women have several appearances throughout the entire video, without the entire movie, visual album. So I got my life with seeing Tiffany and the other woman. I can't remember her name, but it was like less than a minute. Oh, this one's a minute and 20 seconds. So like I don't really consider this a song. I kind of consider it an interlude, if that makes any sense. So mm, I don't know. I can't really give this a number. I probably have to give it like a 2. It's not because it was like bad. It was just really short and like didn't have any like significance to changing like progressing the plot. I'm just gonna read you the entire verse. I'm just gonna read the verse. What do you say we leave a little crack in the window? What a lovely day. We should leave the curtains drawn. We're just two neighbors sending a friendly hello, and all we like to know is all we really like to know what's going on. Who's in the neighborhood? What's he doing in the neighborhood? We should bake him a pecan or apple pie. We insist they can't resist it 'cause it tastes so good. Though they make it so they might think 'cause we're sweet, we get a peek inside. That's why we leave an itty bitty crack in the window. That's why we tend the roses in the lawn. We're just two neighbors sending a friendly hello, and we really like to know what's going on. So it's basically like these two nosy neighbors that live next door and they don't know how to mind a business. That's basically what the song is. And the lyrics, it kind of is like it's sort of like a like a little cute little rinky dinky sort of what's going on. It was cute. It's sort of really cute, and they're just like really nosy. And Nolan, who's a bit older at this point, he recently moved in across the street, and these two little nosy neighbors are just peeking around saying, "Oh, what's new in the neighborhood? We should go bring him a pie," and just peek inside his house and just find an excuse to be nosy. And Tiffany Haddish is in this. I think I said that before. And it's just I found this extremely cute just to see her in this. I liked it. So, for what's going on, I'd give it a solid 3, just because Tiffany's in it. Only because Tiffany Haddish is in it, I'm giving it a 3. So, Ka-Ching. Ka-Ching is a bit of a bop. I love Ka-Ching. I'm just gonna and since the verses are like extra long in this song, I'm just gonna read you like a bit like a of a I'm going to just read a bit of one of the first verses. So basically, with Kaching, it's mostly him driving around in this neighborhood in his fancy pink car, and he got this nice big house, and he's just living it up, basically. That's what Kaching is. And he has, like, he's just decorative in all this jewelry. He got this big pool. He got the pink fur. He's just living his best life. He's doing Todrick, I mean Nolan in this case, and he's just living his life. He's driving through town in his car. He's just flaunting all his money, and the beat is sickening with this. I loved the beats. The beat changes, and it's like absolutely amazing. So and like this one has like a lot of cussing in it, and like I'm not trying to get flagged, so I'm just gonna read the one part where I'm just going to just read like the other half that's not have all like the B words in it. um all my haters can drop in a casket. Fat money, tall money, black money, raw money, thick money, RuPaul money. Haters, where y'all money? Who did Beyonce send for? Me. Who wrists are covered in gold? T. Um, who got T-Swift on they phone? He. A million a month on my own. So basically, he's just talking about all my money. It's sort of like it's big money. I got huge stacks of money. I got RuPaul type money. Like I got take on the phone. I have like Beyonce. Like Beyonce's my other bestie, or I think that's how it was mentioned. So basically, that's basically what this is. And I'm looking at like a fun fact that RuPaul his net worth is $7 million. So that's what he means by RuPaul money. Like I got all this money growing everywhere. One of the words is literally I got money growing on trees. So like he's basically living his best life in a tub full of money, just like what's tea? Like just extra. Like just extra of extra. That is what this is. Like this was just extra, and like the beat was sickening. And soon I think like all of these people come to his house, and they're knocking on his door, and they're like asking for money, and they're saying like, welcome to the neighborhood, we have a treat for you, can we get some coin? That's basically what this also shows. Hold on, I want to make sure this is with like the right song. I think so. Or this might just be a completely separate clip. One second. I don't think this has nothing to do with Kaching. This might just be like a separate clip to show like how much money he got, where people just ringing on his doorbell asking for money. And also like the majority of people who do knock on his door asking for money, they're white people. So that's another jab at like, I'm a black guy who got all this money and I got to give it all these white people. So I love like another like societal change thing. I love it a lot. And this will be referred later on in the video with with the doll hairs, because that song was stunning. Dollar hairs gave me so much life. So they have it messed up on the soundtrack, the order, because like on iTunes they have Ordinary Day and then Shine, but in the video it's Shine and then Ordinary Day. So I'm gonna do Shine first. Oh, with Kaching I give that one I'm gonna say 4.5. 4.5. With Shine is basically this, it's completely different. We have this white woman on this stage wearing this beautiful like feathered shawl necklace thing and this beautiful white yellow dress, and she's belting out these chords full of soul, and in front of a black crowd, an all black crowd. And I'm going to read you a lyric from the song Shine. Let me pull them up in a moment. One second. Oh, and also shout out to Genius for helping me get all the lyrics together, because, I'd be struggling. And it's just usually like one chunk of like lyrics, and that's the end of the song. So I'm just gonna read you the entire thing. Turn up the mic, and I'll show you what I've got, what it takes. Turn off the lights, and I'm gonna spark up the place. Give me one night, and you'll never forget my face. How'd come How'd I come into last place when I'm the fastest one in the race? Tell me why I can't reach the finish line. Oh, tell me why is the trophy never mine? Give me a world that's colorblind, but mama needs a chance to shine. So basically, this is basically, I guess, reverse racism, if you want to call it that. About the black woman that has so much soul and rhythm in her voice. She's sort of treated as like a second class citizen because in this society, being white, you are the marginalized group. So she's never really gotten a chance to have her big moment in the light, her big moment to shine. To have her big moment to shine. What comes after Shine is The Silver Spoon by Charlie Craig. Oh, and the person that sings Shine is Therese Teresa Stanley. She did a beautiful job. Like Teresa come through with the vocals. And then from Shine, the one that's sort of paired with it is Silver Spoon. And the reason why I'm putting these two together is because I'm making a point, and I think that's what Todrick was trying to prove that as well. We have the person that sings Silver Spoon is Charlie Craig, and she's a very dark-skinned black girl, and has this she's sort of singing in this sort of white tone, I guess, and that's sort of, I don't know, it's not as soulful as the way Teresa sang it. And I'm going to read you her chunk as well. My mama told me you got it going on. Someday you'll be a star on the big screen. Next day the phone rings. I said, what took so long? I hopped in my new car chasing big dreams. So I started right into the room. I said, Mr. Record Man, look what I can do. He said, your skin's so black, and just like that, all of my dreams came true. He said, I don't know what it is, but girl, you got it. So I got it. So welcome to the biz. Sign your name on the dotted line. It's your time. Never did feel so hypnotic. It's your time in the spot. It's your time in the spotlight. Never did feel so hypnotic. And the world made room for the girl with the silver spoon. So this one is completely different from Shine. Absolutely. It's basically her saying, because of my extra dark black skin, I was able to get where I am. Totally different from what is happening with our reality. Silver Spoon was cute. It was sort of like, it was really cute. I liked it. No, my sister hates this song, but I thought it was cute. And I love how the complete parallel differences between Shine and Silver Spoon, because all the black people stood up and started clapping with her and dancing around and singing along with her. So that just shows how different black people are treated in this universe than white people are. So good job, Todrick, on showing racism. So with I think I gave Shine, I think I gave that like a 4.5, and then Silver Spoon, that also gets a 4.5. Now, we have the most politically charged song, Ordinary Day. Now, this one here, I got my life. I loved Ordinary Day. So, with Ordinary Day, the person singing is Nick Rashad Burrow. Pretty sure, Nick Rashad Burroughs. I know I messed up his name. Well, so we're just gonna call him Nick. Basically, Nick is the black cop in this scene, and he sees this white boy with his ice cream and his goldfish walking down in Nakarima on the street where Trayvon's name is spelled backwards. And the police sort of like pulls over, and like gives the kid like the look, and then he pulls out his gun, and then it goes to like a little girl in the window watching all of it, chewing some gum. And then by the time she pops the gum, the white boy was shot, his ice cream spilled on the floor, and his goldfish is just swimming around, and like the water is like leaking out, and it's supposed to represent like a pool of blood around the little boy, around the white kid. And like the white kid literally looks like an actual kid. Like he has like these rosy sort of cheeks, he has like this vest, he has this ice cream cone, and he literally did nothing but walk down a black neighborhood. And this parallels to what happened with Trayvon. He was walking in a white neighborhood, and he got shot for no reason. He got shot for no reason. And I think, especially with this scene, having the street name be Trayvon's name, politically charged. So police calls out police brutality, how people react to a shooting. And in this scene with Ordinary Day, the cop just acts like nothing has happened. All the people around him act as if nothing happened. Even the lesbian couple, they literally just like skip over the white kid's body as if nothing happened. So for that reason, for it being so politically charged, I think that's why I love this song so much, because it calls out so much in a minute. This song is literally like a minute. It's 2 minutes, and it calls out so many things that are so messed up. And I absolutely love Nick's singing voice. Nick is giving vocals for days, serving all types of vocals. I got my life. I really did. So shout out to you, Nick. Nick, you did that. You did that. And with Ordinary Day, I would have to give this one a 5 out of 5, because it's one of my favorite songs on the entire album. Definitely 5 out of 5, no question about it. Not even a debate. And I'm gonna read you one of the lyrics from Ordinary Day. I'm just gonna read the first verse. Top of the morning to you and to you, sir. The sun's shining today like the day before. My, what a beautiful view, sir. Our safe little place for the boy next door. And not a frown in the town, good day. And not a cloud to be found, hooray. Careful where you're tapping your toes, because there might be a bump in the road. And he's singing this in sort of like a sing-songy, like, everything's fine, everything's great, like, no, what's the problem? Like, this happens all, like, there's no need to be up in arms about this. And it's sort of how society today takes, oh, this is normal. Like, we take shootings, especially people who have been shot by police, like, this happens literally all the time, so there's no reason for us to, like, be up in arms about it. You know, he probably deserved to be shot. Like, what was he doing? Where was he? He deserved to be shot. So this song is one of the most politically charged ones in the entire video. I loved this song. I really did. Todrick did that. Todrick did it. I was extra proud of this song. I loved it so much. I loved it. I loved it. I loved Ordinary Day. I loved it. And I'm gonna read you another verse, because I think this one's important as well, especially for this video. Let me find it. Okay. It's in the chorus. The birds keep chirping along, the earth keeps turning and moving, the sun comes up and it's dawn, and the sky starts calling the moon here. Oh, we know the world's a scary place. We learn to turn and look the other way. Just brush it off. Tu passe de bourre. And I looked it up what this meant, and it's a classic, it's a ballet term, and it's meaning beating steps. And it's just beating steps. That's what it is in French. In French it is tomber pas de bourre, and the last line of that chorus is, it's just another ordinary day. So basically, saying what I said before, this is just an ordinary day, nothing to see here. This happens all the time. We're fine. So, and even at the end of the song, there's literally a lady sweeping, and she's sweeping dust underneath the rug. And it's sort of what happens in our reality, where stuff like this just swept under the rug and never talked about again. So, I loved this song. This is automatically 5 out of 5. No question. The next song is Nobody. This song was with Jada, Nova, and Cynthia. What's her last name? Cynthia. And Jada Nova and Cynthia Erivo? I don't know. And this song is just a little cute little song. And it's it's about the woman in the story. And it's basically her proposing to her girlfriend in the video. And she works at a diner with her girlfriend. And it's sort of like a mob flash of Jada proposing to her. That's basically what it is. It's basically a love song. It's like a girl love song to another girl. And I thought, oh, this is so sweet. And this song is just so cute. And I'm just gonna read the first lyric. You got those mystic eyes. You are my kryptonite. Let me fall for you. Let me fall for you. You got that magic touch. Know how to make me blush. Give it all to you. Give my all to you. Basically, her professing her love to her girlfriend, and they're sort of in this cute little old-fashioned diner. This song to me was just so cute, and I got my life with it. This song's was like a 4 out of 5. No, it's a 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5. This song was a straight, 5 out of 5. What am I talking about? 4 out of 5. It was so cute. And then from Nobody, since I already talked about Silver Spoon and Shine, we move to Type. Now, Type is an odd song. To me, Type is so odd. And like, I get what Todrick is trying to do. I get that he is talking about guys he used to date. And he talks about going to like it's basically all these men who have like a different name on their shirt. Like one of them has a temper, the other one is jealous, the other one is lazy. And like he's like picking through all these different types of men, And I'm trying to pull up the lyrics for Type. And this sort of leads into my problem with the next song. I'm going to read the first I'm going to look up the first song. I know how to pick them. I know how to trick them into tricking me, because they know I leave my heart on my sleeve. And if you want to date me, just manipulate me. Honey, I'll be the lead. Oh, they changed it to Honey, I'll believe. All the sweet little lies they tell. Yeah, they cheat, but they look so swell. And basically, this is talking about all the men he's dealt with in the past. One was a liar, another one was a cheater, another one was lazy, another one had a temper, and like each of the guys had on these shirts. Like one had jealous, another one had selfish. I'm looking at the video right now, trying to figure out what other shirts are there. And it's sort of like a store almost. Another one was rude. We had liar. We had conceited. We had vain. We had mean. These are all the different types of guys. And they're white guys in the store and they're black guys in the store. And they're all trying to they're sort of like toys. The way they kind of act. They're sort of like wind up toys. In the way they're trying to impress. As if they're trying to be bought. So with Type, it's not one of my favorites, so I'm giving it like a 3.5. But like he called the place where he's going to look at these guys the a-hole store, because all of these guys act like a-holes. So I think that's like extremely interesting. And even one of the chorus, though, one of the lines says, I got 99 problems, but I'll take one more. And it can basically say I have 99 problems, but I'm willing to take another problem. Like, I have all these other problems. Let's just add a guy to the mix. So with Type, I give it like a 3.5. Not one of my favorites, but I like the kind of message. Like, if there really is a message. I doubt there is a message with Type. Well, if there kind of can be, like, it's sort of saying that we all have that one type of guy we're into that's extremely problematic, and just, you know, kind of like a warning for us, like, to stay away from problematic dudes. I guess you can say that. Now we get to Thug, aka Trade. Now, it wasn't until I saw Justin Jay's video where I realized, yeah, this song's a little bit problematic. And at first I was kind of living for this song. It gave me life, really. And then I sort of looked at and watched Justin Jay's. I'm going to leave his video where he talks about the song in the description. And it sort of talks about I don't know. It sort of talks about it's sort of saying like he wants like this sort of hyper masculine sort of dude. And he gets the name Trade. And he wants like a thug. Now it's sort of after watching Justin Jay's video, I'm thinking, yeah, I can see where he's coming from, because if we go back to Straight Outta Oz, he was talking about his first interracial relationship with a white guy, and it was super affectionate. They were sort of frolicking in the forest and in the grass and playing around with each other. And then we get to Thug, and it's sort of sexualizing these black men, these tall, good-looking black men. And I'm thinking, yeah, this can be seen as a little problematic. If we look at Colors and Thug, there's a complete difference. He holds like he's sort of more affectionate with his love to white dudes, and then when it came to black guys, he sort of hypersexualizes them, like society has been doing for years. So I can see where he has a problem with this song, and I kind of agree. Like, yeah, this is kind of problematic, Todrick. This is a little problematic. Um, yeah, I can kind of like even like the lyrics. Hold on. He sort of talks about I used to follow them cute boy types, them fruit boy types, and then he said and then the next lyric says I'm looking for a gangster. So like he's sort of putting on like these negative connotations with darker skinned black guys, with black guys. So I can see where it's a problematic. And like the music video is just full of like snacks, just full of good looking black men, not even gonna lie. Video gave me a bit of life. Their dancing was great. It was good to see some good looking black men on my screen. But like I can see, and that's how I now that I look at the video when I listen to the song now, I have this sort of different like it's Todrick, you know, this is a little problematic. And it wasn't until like I sat down and listened to it from a gay black guy's perspective, and I thought, he has a point. And then I went to go listen to Colors again, and he had a point. Like with Colors, it was super affectionate, saying, we'll fight for this type of love. It was super affectionate. And now with Thug, it's super sexualized and treating them like they're objects. So I can see where he has a problem. I can see it. I can definitely see where where Justin Jay found the problem. So I'll make sure to leave. If you want more details with that video, I'll leave the video. I'll leave his video in the description for you guys to see and like get a better understanding of what's happening. So, visually speaking, and like the beat, taking away the words for a second, the beat was sickening. The beat was good. The beat was sickening. I loved the beat. I loved the visual of the video. Like being in like a car shop where it's like super like not even okay. Take that away now because that sort of brings back to like the problematic of the video. It kind of brings back how problematic this kind of is for Todrick. So I'm gonna have to give the whole song in general like a 3, maybe 3, 3, yeah, 3. It's kind of problematic for Todrick. But I feel like if it was somebody else, I have this feeling if it was somebody else, I feel like I wouldn't be feeling this way. If it was another artist, I mean, part of me feels like I would be if I had this sort of, if I sat down and listened to understand instead of listening to respond. That's kind of what I had to do. And I kind of agree with Justin J. I agree with him 100% that this is kind of problematic, and what Todrick did was a little problematic. So with Thug, I give it a 3, maybe 2.5. 2.5, 3 at the most. Now moving on to B. That's literally the name of the song, just B. And I think we're like halfway through the entire list, so just bear with me. We got like 15 more songs. Part of me feels like I should have split this up into like 2 separate videos, but we're already in it now. We're too deep now. So with B, it's sort of like a very domesticated Todrick in drag, and he's sickening as a drag queen. Let's just be realistic. He like Todrick in full drag just gave me some life. It really did. And with the song B, it's mostly describing him, Todrick in drag. I forget what his stage name is when he's in drag. I honestly forgot. If someone could put it in the description, it'll make me feel a little better because I cannot find it anywhere. I can't find it. And it's mostly like an ode to like his ex. And that it was basically like to his ex-boyfriend saying like, yeah, I was the best thing you ever had. I did all the cooking, all the cleaning. I made sure you were taken care of in every way possible. You're never going to find someone else like me again in your life. And I made sure you were together. All your friends wish they had a person like me in their life, and then you go and do something stupid, and you go and like leave, and like the chorus saying, "Boy, I was your B, I was your Beyonce," sort of putting in like the Beyonce reference to the song "Why Don't You Love Me," and then like in Beyonce's video, she was like the disgruntled housewife whose husband or boyfriend just left, and even though she basically treated him like a king and made sure that he was taken care of. So I like the parallelisms in this video, and I loved this video, and I loved this line saying, "Hope you're happy with Melania because you lost Michelle Obama." I loved that line a lot. I really did. I thought to me it was funny. And she kind of told him, like, kick rocks, get out of my life, go away, shoo, be gone, good riddance, farewell. So, with B, I give it a 3.5 out of 5. 3.5 out of 5. Not one of my top songs, but it's kind of up there. And then we have, did we skip one? I feel like we skipped one. Did we skip one? I feel like we skipped. No, we did not. We have them beats featuring RuPaul. Them beats gave me life. You know? Oh my. Them beats visually was amazing. Todrick looked good. RuPaul was in it. He was looking good, I guess. He be saying some problematic stuff sometimes, but this is not a roast of RuPaul. This is not. But them beats was stunning. And I was watching him do like an interview about them beats. And he wanted them beats to sort of be um like the designated gay anthem. And I'm reading another thing where it says, as a result, the song referenced how many times have changed, how times have changed, and they don't make them beats like they used to, or how society is not like it used to be with the acceptance of LGBT community in recent years. LGBTQ plus community in recent years. It's sort of like this really uppity gay anthem that you would hear at a gay bar. That's what this song is. And it delivered. He had this sort of unicorn costume on. He was snatched for the gods and goddesses of Mount Olympus. Oh my gosh. Them beats was stunning. Oh my gosh. And I love how like one of the hook was don't kill my vibe, don't touch my weave. Where the first verse is we at the scene, check the post, face adjusted to capacity. I don't know them, but they know me. B if you're gagging, then that's my ID. If we in the room, it's a kiki. Ballin' they thought in the bottles for free. Taking the night, don't want to leave. Don't kill my vibe, don't touch my weave. And with RuPaul, his line is going in, no photo ops. They taking pictures like they with the paps, aka paparazzi. Girls in their heels, boys in their crops, fake booty shaking. Even if they tops, we hit the room, everything spots. They spying me, eyeing me like Fetty Wap. I love when the bass and the cakes drop. When you hit the floor, the DJ plays the bop. I loved this song. This is a song like if you're gonna go pre gaming or before you hit the club with your friends or even after you go clubbing and you still want to be a little turned up in the safety of your house. Do not. This is not me encouraging underage going out to the club. Wait till you're 21. But yeah, even if you're like pre gaming to go to a party with your friends, this is the song you play. Them Beach was amazing. This is an on. This is like a 10 out of 5. Like A plus. A plus. Visually, it was stunning. The dancers were amazing. I was also watching an interview that he gave, and he met the background dancers, the extras, the day of this shoot. So he met with the background dancers, the choreographer. He was the choreographer. The background dancers, the extras. He met with them the day of this shoot. And I'm just thinking, Todrick's amazing. Like, this is like, he's wearing this beautiful unicorn outfit. He had on these sickening hoof heels. This whole, sort of goddess sort of uniform, if you even want to call it a uniform. Everyone's getting lit. Like, them beats was that song. This is one of the best songs in the whole. This one, Forever and Forbidden and Ordinary Day. Those are my top 4. Them beats for Forever, Forbidden, Ordinary Day, and Wanted. Those are my top 5 songs. Top 5 automatically. Automatically my top 5. This gets an automatic A plus plus. A plus plus, A triple plus. There's this, oh my gosh. I was shook. This song was so freaking amazing. This was amazing. I love this song. I love them beats. They don't get them beats like they used to. They don't get them beats. Hey, this song was I loved this song. Like you could like this is this song is everything. Um this was everything. Like, them beats was everything. Everything, everything, everything. It was everything. It was everything. Absolutely everything. And the next song after them beats, it is Break My Heart. And I think with this song, if I remember correctly, it's sort of him, it's sort of like that song you play right in the middle of a breakup. Like you're going through like a rough time when you break up with someone and you're sort of left alone with your thoughts. This is sort of like that sort of slow down song that you play. Like when someone breaks you, like you go through a breakup, you listen to them beats and you want to turn up and just forget it. But then when you want to like think about it and reflect, you have Break My Heart. It was a cute, Break My Heart was cute. It was really cute. I'm gonna read you the first verse. I auditioned for your heart, play me like a harp, made me play the part of the fool. I petitioned for your love and attention. You're an addiction I just can't fuel. You are the air that I breathe, so toxic for me. A pill I was willing to take, but it's silly to pretend, so I gotta go and bend up the heart that I carefully taught you to break. This is definitely a breakup song. This is a breakup song you listen to when you're by yourself, and this is that breakup song, and I thought it was really sweet. It was sort of slowed down because like we this is like them beats is all the way up here and then we just sort of like slowly like roller coaster down. And it was cute. It was really cute. I give Break My Heart a 3, a solid 3 out of 5. Now we have 11. 11 is when he was falling in love with Jada for the first time. Pretty sure that's the one. Yep. This is the where he starts falling in love with Jada for the first time. They stay over. I think this is the one where they where she invites him to come to the diner overnight at the end of the night and they're dancing together and she takes off her engagement ring and slips it in her little apron. And this one's like another really like cute song too. 11's a cute song and like she's sort of playing like flirty eyes with Todrick, and it's like it's really cute. 11 was really cute. The dancers were really cute. Um, and they sort of stay really late. I think this is the one, or is it play? I'm talking about play, my fault. With 11, she's sort of like seducing him to like stay a while, like let's talk. And it's sort of so with 11, I give that one a 3 as well. There isn't a song I'd really give a 1 to. Yeah, there is not a song I would really give a 1 to, except for like the interludes. I wasn't really like they weren't the best, I guess, but it's like an interlude, you know. So then from 11 we transform into play. Into play, it's both of them late at night in the diner. They're sort of like playing around and they're sort of dancing together and getting on tables and they're dancing together and they're singing together and they're talking about love. And this is sort of when Todrick realized, maybe I do like women. Maybe society is wrong and I shouldn't have to automatically be gay. And I loved how like in this song he sort of begins to like question like, am I really is being straight, is being gay all there is? Like maybe there is something more to being in love with a woman. And it's sort of how it is today, like why even in Love Simon said it best. Why is the deep Simon versus the Homo sapien agenda said it best. Why is the default sudden automatically straight? So I love how this song sort of like talks about how these two people love each other and their love should be okay with play. And they're sort of like, and it starts off with them like breaking the rules of what love is, of what Nakarima love is, and they love each other and they want to be together. So I think that 11 was cute. I give play like a 3 as well. And then we have the second interlude song with Tiffany again in Ring a Ling. And it's sort of them being nosy again, and they sort of witness Jada and Todrick in the diner dancing together with her without her ring on. She put in her little apron thing, and then they sort of like call the police and saying, "Hi, we see some heterosexuals and like this isn't okay." And like with those lyrics of Ring a Ling, it's I know it's none of my business, but we happen to witness something very specific, very sorry. We happen to witness something very suspicious in the neighborhood. They call us two nosy neighbors. We're just doing a favor for our Lord and Savior, and this can't be good. Did I just see what you see? All this gossip is juicy. We could call up the news. We probably should. There is something very specific happening in the neighborhood. Something very suspicious in the neighborhood, ring a ling. So this is basically them debating like, should we call the news station and tell them all this heterosexuality that's none of our business? They even say like it's none of our business, but like what I saw is what they saw in the diner. So I think it was like extremely interesting. They're just being extra nosy for no reason. They're just being extra nosy. They're saying we should call up the news stations to report these two heterosexuals. We're doing, and they sort of have the excuse like it's what God want us to do. God would want us to break up two happy people who are in love. We're doing this to save them, sort of thing. And I love how this is like addressed. How like people say, God wouldn't approve of this sort of tease. And I love how Todrick is bringing this out in the song Ring-a-Ling. And Tiffany Haddish is cute. And all like these little minor interludes. It's Tiffany Haddish, and I still do not know what her name is. And then yeah, I give like Ring-a-Ling. What do I give Ring-a-Ling? I guess I give it like a 2.5, like the last interlude. I give it like a 2.5. Yeah, 2.5. It's not my favorite. It's not. Like, of all the songs I like, Ring a Lang, the interludes are not it. They are not the ones I extremely like. Like, I could do without them. Like, if Ring a Ling was not in it, if the interludes were not in the album, I wouldn't be mad. Really wouldn't. Same thing with like the national anthem. Like, if the national anthem wasn't in it, I wouldn't be mad. So, and they have like their extra nosy with their little like binoculars, like their little like extra binoculars, like seeing everything. They're like that nosy neighbor that's literally looks at everything. Is that her, Cheryl Lee Harper, Raphael? Cheryl? Is that her name? I think that's her. I don't think it's her though. I don't know if that's her. It could be her. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But it's with her and Tiffany Haddish again. They're being the extra nosy neighbors, calling out everything, being extra. Then they call the news reporters saying that we saw two heterosexuals. We saw Nolan, who's the mayor's son, being doing heterosexual business, and they shouldn't be doing it. They're breaking the commandment. They're breaking the law. And this sort of begins the high-speed manhunt for Nolan. It sort of begins the process of, yeah, they're being hunted down. The police go to their door. Todrick even sees the police like at his house, and he kind of like drives past them, and then in the video he's talking about, I need some money to get out of here. If we're gonna get out of Nakarima, we need money. And he goes to his friend Shangela. Look, let me look up one thing to make sure I'm saying the name right, because I don't need to be roasted. Don't need to be roasted. Do not need to be roasted. No, it is not her. Okay. I just want to make sure I get her name right. Shangela. She is in Doll Hairs. This song gives me life every time. I have to rearrange it. I have to do the list later. And then she pulls up, Todrick and Jada, they pull up next to this van, and the van opens up, and it's Shangela saying, ooh, girl, there's so much foolery going on, Nakarima, girl. Get in, girl. We're going to get your money back, boo. We're going to go get this money, which leads us to Doll Hairs. When I say I love Doll Hairs, I love Doll Hairs. It's basically like, girl, it's basically the Rihanna, it's basically the Todrick version of B Better Have My Money. That's basically what it is. And I'm not gonna read you the verse because it's extra long. I'm literally just gonna read you the best part of her entire rap. And it's toward the middle of the song. And it's basically, I love this part because it's literally Shangela explaining, this is how many ways you can get me my money, run me my money. That's basically what this song is. And I'm gonna read you the best line for it. I love this personal section for me. Oh, but the banks are closed. All the banks are closed. Oh, the bus ain't running, honey. Oh, the bus ain't running, honey. There are plenty of ways for you to get my money. There's Cash App, PayPal, got a piggy bank. Lovely girl. You can get my money from a Kickstarter. You're a working girl, then work harder. Large bill, bag of quarters, postpaid check or money orders. You can get your cousin to meet me on the corner, but I don't like late, so you better warn her. Unlimited, ultimate professional, boss chick in collection mode. 401k in account. Don't make me have to clown. I loved that rap so much. I'd be on the train just bopping around to this one. This one's an automatic 10 out of 10. I love Doll Hairs. 10 out of 10. It is basically Shangela and Todrick in full drag, basically wearing money gowns, and they're just twerking and saying, run me my money. I need my money, girl. I loaned y'all this money. I need it. And you're giving all these lame excuses about why you don't have my money. And y'all need to find a way to run me my money. Find a way. If there's a will, there's a way. Find it, honey. I love Doll Hair. Excuse me. I love Doll Hairs. I absolutely love it. It is one of the best songs to me. It is one of the best songs in the entire album. So yeah, this is Doll. I'm watching it on my phone, and like everyone looks amazing. Everyone looks, both Shangela and Todrick look absolutely stunning in this video. And from Doll Hairs, we transfer to 2003. Let me pull up the lyrics real quick. 2003, it was cute. You know, it was cute. It was sort of like a nostalgia sort of song. It kind of makes you think back to the good old days. I guess that's the vibe it gave me. So I'm just gonna read like the first verse. Sorry. The first verse is, I daydreamed that we were kids still in high school. Remember when I ran and hid because I liked you. We fell in love just because we had the right to. Ain't it crazy how the world and the time flew? You put your digits in my flip phone, turn up the radio so we could get our kiss on. I'ma text you sweet dreams when I get home, but we forgot to seize the moment until it's gone. So this is basically almost like a flashback to when times were good and everything was cute and cuddly. That's sort of like the vibe I got from it, almost like a remembrance of the good old days when everything was much more simpler. Almost like simpler times kind of feeling. And this is when they find the asylum within sort of the straight under nightclub, I guess. I guess you can call it straight. The straight club that's underground. And they find safety there. And Kiala from The Greatest Showman was absolutely, I loved her. I love her so much. Greatest Showman, go watch it. And they kind of find safety within this underground community almost. And that's when 2003 is playing, and it's just everyone just feeling who find asylum there, and they're really safe. And the song was written by Todrick, but it's not Todrick who is well, it's kind of Todrick singing, but there's like another guy on stage singing. And so 2003 was really cute. I would give 2003 a 3.5 with the visuals. Without the visuals, it's just a 3, but with the video, I give it a 3.5. There's like a whole zebra in this video. Like there's like zebras and skunks and animals. Like where do all these animals come from? Where did he find the budget to get a zebra? Where did Todd go? This is a serious question. Where did he find the money to get a zebra? So I don't know. Whatever. It could just be me. And then from 2003, we have Animals. Now, Animals is sung by Matt Floyd. Floyd? Floyd. We're going with Floyd. If I said the name wrong, I'm sorry. This song is like another cute little song. It's sort of when Todrick and Jada are getting dressed in like their new clothing, and she's getting locks, and Jada's getting locks and whatnot, and everyone's sort of like having a good time. And I'm just gonna read you the first verse. Last night things got a little bit crazy, and tonight things are gonna get crazier. So hop in my ride, cause I like misbehaving. We find a party and we'll just roll up. We aren't invited, but we'll show up. But we still show up. And it's sort of like a sort of like, I guess like a party anthem. It's like another party anthem almost. And it's almost like a concert sort of anthem. And like everyone's just enjoying themselves, and it's sort of like a concert, and like everyone's having a good time and they're dancing, and it's really great. Animals is cute. I give it like a 3.5 with the visuals. I give the song a 3.5 with Animal. 3.5. Definitely a 3.5. And then we get into Forever. This dance out anthem is beautiful. This one's a 5 as well. Everyone is dancing and people are grinding on each other. This is like another pre-game song. Like everyone's just turning up and they're dancing. Everyone's so carefree. And toward the end of this performance, it's sort of like a dance battle between two groups, and it's really fun. It's so full of much fun and energy. And it is like even watching like the dance roles between Todrick and Jada change a little bit, because like he's sort of grinding on her and like twerking on her, and like it was fun. This video was looked so much fun to make. Like the whole album looked fun to make. And like I would love to do this in the future, definitely. And it's sort of like, I guess now like this sort of like underground thing was sort of like for outcasts as well, who are whoever the outcasts are in society. Like a lot of white people are here. A lot of white people are here. And like a couple black people are here as well, and they're not really founded in society. And then we have like this epic dance battle in the middle of this song, and it's absolutely incredible, and it would look so much fun. Like I wanted to be in this dance battle so bad, even though I cannot dance. And it looked like so carefree and so much fun to make, and like it would kind of gave me like stomp the yard type of feels. And it's this one's automatically like a 5, like a 10, automatically. But toward the end of this video, there's like a news broadcast saying that we have a location of where Nola and Jada are. And Kiala puts in like the buzzer notes, like y'all need to start hiding. People are on the way here. We need to hide. We need to hide. Shut down the lights. And then we sort of get into like Forbbidden, the song Forbbidden. And it's basically Jada and Todrick and Kiala. They're all singing. Because everyone at this point is like very afraid, like what are we gonna do? What if we're found? We're gonna die, we're gonna die. And then basically the song basically is them saying that our love is not gonna be forbidden. I will not allow it. Our love is not forbidden. There's nothing wrong with our love. Oh, before I go to Forbidden, I did not read a lyric from Forever that I liked. So, I don't think there was like really a love like a verse that I really loved because everything was just sort of like groovy. So, I'm just gonna read the first verse. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought I was allergic to love, like my heart had the flu, but your sin was my medicine. No more saying Hachu. So that was kind of cute. Like the lyrics in this one were kind of cute. But, like everything kind of was had that rhymey sort of thing. Very. Oh, speaking of medicine, I might need some. And yeah, with this one, with Forever, it was really fun. So 5 out of 5. And we go to Forbidden, and that's when Jada starts singing about like how their love is not forbidden. And I'm just gonna read the first verse. Welcome to my Garden of Eden. I was guarding my heart for a reason. Call it sin, and they might call it treason. I call it love. I was trapped in the dark till you found me, pulled me in, let temptation surround me. But the moment your arms were around me, I fall in love. And then soon enough everyone is sort of singing um that our love is forbidden, but I'm not going to give up until our love is no longer forbidden. Our love won't be forbidden. And Kiala came and sang to the gods. She did a beautiful job singing. I love Kiala. I love Kiala singing. I love Kiala singing. And then with this song, everyone sort of gets up and starts singing with them, like this sort of kumbaya moment. Like, we're going to be found, so let's just be found together, standing in our truth. And Jada looked good in this video. Jade. I feel like I've been saying her name wrong the entire video. It is Jade. I'm so sorry. Jade, I kept feel like I've been saying Jada the whole time, but it's not Jada, it's Jade. And this was Jesus, what's happening outside? Drag racers, annoying. Um, Basically with this song, it's their love is not gonna be forbidden. It's sort of like an anthem for love is love, accept me and my love, because at the end of the day, that's what it is. It's love. And I loved this song. Absolutely loved this song. And then from Forbidden, we have Painting in the Rain. Painting in the Rain is when they escape out the car. Before we get into the actual song, the police bust in the doors, arrest everyone. Kiala gets them in a car, She opens the gate for them and they go through and they drive away. And then Kiala is grabbed by the police officers and she is shot down on sight, which made me so mad because I love Kiala. I love Kiala so much. It hurt me knowing that she got shot. She's fine. I know she's fine, but like, I just love her so much. I don't want anything bad happening to her character. Gosh. Anyway, the next one is Painting in the Rain. Oh wait, did I rate Forever? Yeah, with Forever, I give Forever Forbbidden 4.5. Now, Painting in the Rain, this is when they're looking for shelter, Jada and Todrick, and they go back to his house, and they take refuge in his house, and they try to get everything together to like leave Nakarima, but it's too late. The police have surrounded the house. They're about to arrest him. They're going to break down the doors and arrest him. And he sort of like kisses Jade goodbye, and he tells her to hide in the house. And he gets dressed in the thing that he's arrested in, I believe. He gets dressed in what he was arrested in at the beginning of the video. And I'm going to read you one of the verses. The first verse. Sticks and stones hurt harder when you know they're thrown from no further than your own sweet home, and you fall flat on the welcome mat. You won't be welcome at Walk That Line. You won't be welcomed at Walk That Line. There's no when you gotta choose a side. There's no gray, there's only black and white, and it just ain't right. If we fight, then it's just like painting in the rain. And I love how he compares it to painting in the rain, because like if you paint in the rain, it's just gonna get washed away, so there's no point. And at this point, I'm saying, well, there's no point in me running. They're still gonna find me. I'm just gonna turn myself in. This looks a little better like this. I'm just gonna hand myself in. I don't want to put you in any more danger. And this is the scene where they officially arrest him. People have like graffitied his house. They've spray painted his house with words. And Jade goes in and tries to paint over the words, but it's raining, so there's no point. And she goes and finds so she goes in, she's sort of like telling him to like, we need to go, don't do it, do not hand yourself in. But he does hand himself in anyway, and then he's arrested after he tells her I love you and gives him a kiss and hug. Then he is arrested. He like walks outside in the outfit from the very first scene, and he is arrested, and she's peeking out through the window, and she's watching all this happen brokenheartedly, really, because she really does love him. And people have painted all these words on the door, like sinner and like I'm heterosexual, just sort of really like graffitiing his house. And then she goes and takes a paint can and try to like paint over the words, but it's raining, so it just gets washed away. And it's sort of heartbreaking to watch her want to defend the man that she loved so much. And people in this scene have like signs that saying God hates straights and all this other BS. Even his dads walk out and give a speech saying that this may be our son, but justice will be served. This will not be allowed. And it's extremely hard to watch this happen because like especially in Jada's point of view, because she really did love him, and she's thinking, why is sorry, I have like an itch, sorry. Why is my love so wrong? Like, he didn't need to be arrested, and y'all slandering his name, and she just wants to defend the man that she loves. So it's extremely heartbreaking. And this song is beautiful, so this definitely is a 4.5. Um, I'm going to read you the spoken part that his father say. Today is a solemn day to see our citizens commit an act of treason, especially hard knowing that they are beloved family. But justice is blind. She cares only about what is right and what is pure. So basically, saying that justice will be served, and the penalty for treason is death in Nakarima. So he is going to be put to death. He will be hung in the jail cell, not in the jail cell, but he will be hung in prison for his crimes of treason for being in a heterosexual relationship. And then Jade walks on the people who have like graffitied his house. They have the word hetero, breeder, sinner painted on his house, and like hetero, and like she's sort of painting over the words, but it's raining, and like she's painting over, but everyone is just shouting at her, and like it's pouring rain, and all the words are getting washed away. So there's no point in her even trying. And then cryingly, she just stares them down, hysterically sobbing, and then she just runs inside the house. And that was kind of hard for me to look at because she's just so broken hearted. Oh, it was hard for me to see. It was just so broken hearted. And I think it was sort of like his house. I think it was like her house that they graffitied. I'm not really sure. But I give Painting in the Rain 4.5, really beautiful. And then we get to heaven, and this is basically his death. This is where he's going to die. This is basically where he is going to die. He is going to die at this moment, and he knows he's going to be put to death. So I'm going to read the spoken part. Oh, and the woman's name is Elle. Didn't know that. So he's reading from like his journal at the beginning that he's been writing in prison. So then he writes, life is a beautiful, fragile fragment of time. The series of memories and moments strung together by nothing but a thread of minutes and seconds, happiness and heartbreak. My proudest accomplishments will always be following my heart. Maybe someday this world will try as hard to find our similarities as we do to make our enemies of those who are different. Maybe someday we will look at at those who think and love differently as beautiful complementary hue of hearts. And my dearest Elle, maybe someday we can play this game again. Go find your happiness. I will see you in the next life. I will see you in the next life. That was so beautiful. I loved that. That already gave it like 5 points right there. Because this is basically like his last words that anyone's going to read. Because he's going to be hung and he's going to die. He's arrested for treason. He's going to die. So the fact that he's saying like I want everyone's love to be recognized, and I hope my death proves that. And to my girlfriend Elle, I love you so much, and I will see you in the next life. That kind of reminds me of Hamilton when he during the last song, The World Was Wide Enough. The World Was Wide Enough. Hamilton says um Eliza, I believe it was Eliza, Eliza, my love, take your time. I will see you on the other side. I will see you on the other side. That's what it reminded me of. So I thought that was extremely beautiful. And I'm not actually going to read the verse this time. I'm going to read the chorus because I think the chorus is extremely powerful. And the chorus starts, and if there's a heaven, I know the angels got to be listening. Somebody tell them that there's something we got to be missing. I don't know if I'll see mine tomorrow, But if I do, Lord, take my soul, and when I get in, I promise to send a message from heaven. So he knows he's going to die, and he's saying, if I am going to heaven, may the Lord keep my soul, and I will send down a message from heaven letting you know how we can get this together. I loved all the lyrics in this whole album. This automatically gets a 10 out of 10. This gets like a 5 out of 5. Perfect score, tease. And he's being led away to where he's going to be hung, and and sorry, I'm out of breath. And as he says the chorus for the last time, they cover his head, they wrap the noose around his neck, and then they hang him. That is the last time we see of Nolan and Todrick in this entire visual album. And this was just extremely hard. This was extremely powerful because he is dying almost like a martyr almost. It's almost as if he's a martyr and he's dying for the sake of love. So I found this extremely powerful. And like he's just so accepting of what is happening. And I just this visual album was absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I give this a perfect, oh my gosh, there's still 2 more songs. And then the third to last song is Pettiness. This is when and this song is called Pettiness. It goes back to Tiffany Haddish and the other woman, and they're sort of throwing flour at each other, and they're like, oh my gosh, what is happening? How all this is happening, even though this is sort of their fault. And they sort of pinch the flour and throw it at each other, and that's why it's kind of funny. So the verse is, you always need a little pinch of pettiness in your pie. You always wear a little pretty petty dress, and you lie. Though we know karma doesn't taste so nice without drama, it's our favorite spice. If you want to come and taste a slice of hardness, sip on that petty float, slip on your petticoat, throw on your petty vest, and a pinch of pettiness, just a pinch of pettiness, just a bit of pettiness. So it's basically them being like, oh my gosh, we had no idea this would happen. Like, oh my gosh. And it's sort of them, like, sort of very cheerful that all of this happened. And they are acting extremely petty about it. That's just basically what it is. It's just pure pettiness. And that's what it is. It's petty. And that's sort of like that's like the second to last time we see them. And then we see them in with Pettiness. I give that a 2.5. Yeah, 2.5. Or a 2. 2 or 2.5 at the most. I wasn't really here for like the interlude songs. I wasn't. That was the one thing I didn't like. So then we have Apple Pie. With Apple Pie, this is years after Nolan has been killed, has been strung up, and the law has changed, and they're allowing heterosexuals to walk freely, and they're able to be in a relationship without being put to death. People are very skeptical about this law. They think it violates their rights and whatnot. Sort of what happened when gay marriage became legalized. People are saying, like, this offends my rights and blah, blah, blah. But, like, this has nothing to do with you. You're straight. Like, in real world context, you're straight. Gay people getting married has nothing to do with your life. So just leave it alone. Oh, and also with pettiness, this happens 11 years after Nolan has died. And with Apple Pie, this is 11 years after Nolan has died. They have legalized heterosexual relationships and heterosexual marriage and interracial marriage. And people are kind of pressed about it because, heterosexual shouldn't be married in the context of this film. In the context of this film, and I'm going to read the first verse. Take a second to reflect on your reflection in the mirror looking back at you. Take a moment to forget what you've been told and just remember what your heart says too. Reconsider that your mind is so much bigger and the picture's never been more clear. No. When when your spirit feels like it's disappearing, well, I hope that you can hear it saying, baby, change is coming. So this is sort of like saying and in this scene it's sort of like a family barbecue. The first child conceived of a heterosexual relationship has been born, and Tiffany Haddish and the other woman have like left the party because they're so offended by the heterosexual child and the interracial child. And to make things like very extreme, it's not just the first heterosexual child that has been born of two heterosexual couples, but it is an interracial child. It is a white child. So this already has broke so many boundaries in Nakarima. And it's a family sort of barbecue. It's like a cookout. It is a cookout, and Elle Elle receives a book, and it's called Black Picket Fence. And this was Nolan's words in the journal he kept in jail. And she reads it on the porch with her wife and their little girl, and she's just so overcome by so many emotions. And she sort of like dismisses it because like she doesn't want to like think of the past. And she doesn't really want to think of the past. She doesn't want to think of Nolan because it's still kind of heartbreaking for her. And then they bring up this white kid and this white family, and they have a little white kid, and Elle introduces her daughter to the little white boy, and they sort of become friends. And then Tiffany Haddish and the other lady, they leave because they're so pressed that interracial people are interacting with each other. It's like the good old days, as people like to say. And yeah, it's just sort of like a family cookout, and like sort of everyone is there, and people are sort of looking at the white lady weird, and they're sort of looking at the white lady and her son weird because they're white people, and like white people still have that negative connotation mindset of white is not okay and whatnot. And they being petty as they are, they take their dishes and they leave because they're so petty. And and it ends on with the white woman and the black family having a slice of apple pie together. And the whole time Nolan is just singing as if he's a ghost, and he's just very happy. And that is sort of the end of Nolan's story. That's sort of the end of the Nakarima story. And then we have the last song, Boys Wear Pink. Now, I did not listen to this one very much. I sort of was not, I didn't really listen to I didn't listen to this one as much. But I'm going to read the first the first verse. Tonight your audience is your mirror. Your water bottle is your microphone. I know you're thinking no one can hear you, but baby, just know you're not alone. So basically, this is sort of saying like you can be dancing around in your room, and you think no one's able to hear you, but like the world does hear you, and you are not alone. And it's sort of everyone is like dancing around, everyone's wearing pink. Even like the little boys are wearing pink, and it sort of shows like the end credits where and it shows the ending credits, everyone who's in the video. And oh, her name is Jennifer Louise. Jennifer Louise, that's the other lady with Tiffany Haddish. And that's sort of how it ends. It ends with saying boys wear pink, and it's sort of everyone dancing around, very happy, and everyone's wearing pink, and it shows that, like, it sort of breaks down the stereotype that boys should not wear pink. So, and I give boys who wear pink a 3, and I give apple pie a 3.5. And that is the end of Forbbidden by Todrick Hall. Yay! Okay. I give the entire visual album an entire take out Thug and like the interludes and Tamar song. I give this whole visual with those songs, I give the album a 9.5, but if you were to take them out, I'd give them like a 10. Solid 10. This was stunning. Todrick Hall did freaking amazing. He did it. I am so proud of Todrick Hall. He did it. It was stunning to watch. It made me laugh. It made me smile. It made me kind of emotional. This was just a roller coaster of a visual album. I love it. Like, there's nothing else really to say. It was absolutely, absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, amazing. I loved this album. I loved it so much. I have it on my phone. I listen to it nearly almost every single day. And I'm sorry I'm shaking around so much. The camera kind of shaking around so much. And yeah, I give this whole visual album a 9.5 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10. Perfect album. Beautiful, stunning. Like, what is he gonna do next? That's the question. What is he going to do? What else can he do? Like, Todrick's on a roll, so that is all for this video, guys. Thank you for sticking with me. If you stayed around that long for nearly 2 hours talking about this whole visual album, don't forget to like, comment what your favorite. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to share the video with your friends if they like this video. Leave a comment down below what your favorite song was. Do you agree with Thug being a little problematic? What do you think is the next step for Todrick? And what are your thoughts on the documentary that I have not watched yet on Todrick Hall on Netflix? And don't forget to go check out Justin J's video in the description to see his point of view as a gay black male on the song Thug and on the video Thug. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Share this with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and make sure the notification bell is clicked so you know each time I post. Love you, puzzle pieces, so much. I will catch you later on this week with either Yuri on Ice or Voltron or Marvel, whichever one I decide to do. Love you guys so much. See ya.